let's do a better song. Okay, that works. I will let this ride for a minute while I get my shit together. Nah, I mean, sorry about the lateness. Sorry about the tartiness. And my camera's all messed up. Who cares? Guess I'll move over. Or maybe I'll do this. No, I won't. Maybe I'll do this. There you go. Maybe I'll do this. Oh, I fixed it. What's up, y'all? Hi. I'll turn this down. What up, y'all? It's the R9cast, the official blind edition Concall Christian Super Dope Show for R9.com, representing allgames.com. I am Stephen D. Gibson, aka SG, aka Electron Bandit. If you want more information, go to electronbandit.com. It's a domain I own. Let's leave it at that. I have to put more links on there, but whatever. So once again, sorry for the tardiness. For some reason, OBS was like, let me just shut off all the audio stuff without telling nobody. I'm like, it didn't update, nothing. It's just like, psst, we don't need to tell anybody about nothing. Well, yeah. But so I'm sitting here like, what the? I didn't unplug. What? Okay. And then I figured it out. Cause I'm smarter than not being smart. I have my Snoopy shirt on because Bridget said it's Joe Cool. Bridget said, you gotta wear that shirt. She bought it for me like 1,000 years ago. It's kind of whack though because it's like they just ironed on a square on a polka dot shirt, a star shirt. It's galaxies. It's paint splatters. Whatever, doesn't matter. So I'm wearing it and I think I'm gonna give it to her because I don't like it. I like the fact she gave it to me because I like the shirt. I appreciate the shirt. But for some reason, I'm super hot. As far as temperature, I'm hot. I'm hot. I'm not. Why is it so heated hot? All right. Oh, I totally forgot to open up my my tings. So I gotta open up my tings. So hold here while I do some. How do you say? Housekeeping. It's not really housekeeping. It's really like stuff I should have done. Not putting no links nowhere because nobody look at them anyway. So why tell him that it's human nature? Why does he do me that way? Was he talking about his dad when he wrote that song? Does he do me that way? Was he talking about Joe? Was he talking about Jose? That's a little loud. Was he talking about Joe? That's my question. Was he talking about, there we go. Was he talking about Joe? That's still too loud. Was he talking about Joe? Whatever. Maybe I should put on some compression. I think I have some compression. Doesn't matter. I think my computer used to not shut off, but it used to like blank out and come back. And I think it was because I was overclocking it a little bit. And so what I had decided to do right now is to not overclock it as much. And so hopefully I overclock it, but I put it on the default overclocking that they come from the factory. Factory overclock, which isn't that fast. So I'm like, whatever. So I'm like, hopefully that works. So I won't have no problems. I do need a better graphics card, but it's like when I'm like, yo, okay, I set up like a little ching change account so I could like buy stuff like toys and such. Well, what I consider toys, like rims for my truck. One day, new computer would help. Stuff like that. Not have like, Bridget, I need your money. No, you ain't getting no money. No. I'm like, what, but, okay. And then I go and kick rocks. I'm like, no. I need to set up a expense account for certain things. If I want this to blow up like how it should. Anyway, I can't afford nothing. I'm looking at the prices and I'm like, y'all are tripping. I know it's the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? I know it's apocalypse now again. But yeah, I'm not, no. I need a motherboard. This is my first computer I'm gonna build myself. I need a motherboard. I need RAM and I need a CPU. That's it. I need no. That's all I need. Motherboard, RAM, CPU. And before the end of the world happened, it was like, oh, that's gonna cost not a lot, right? You know, 450, 500 maybe, right? Probably closer to 500. I'm trying to be, reasonable. 450 I'd be like, all right, I can spend 450 on those three things and get something nice, right? Ryzen. I ain't going to Intel because they tripping. I'm trying to get more cluck for my buck. I'm still trying to excuse me. I'm still trying to do my housekeeping. It's election time, Steve. I hate Facebook. Then again, I don't hate Facebook, but I hate Facebook. So yeah, I can't sign off on building a computer right now with parts and stuff because it's like I could probably get a better graphics card and then be like, I'm good for a minute, but not really because I got DDR3 on my computer. I got 16 gigs, which is alright, but I got DDR3. It's slow as dirt lasses. Slower than dirt lasses, man. It's like okay, Facebook's tripping again. They do not wish to stream my streams, so screw them. And it's gonna be streaming on Twitch, y'all. y'all. I put the apostrophe in there and everything. Where's the Twitch? Oh, I know it. I know it, but HTTPS boop beep beep. Twitch. Spelled Twitch wrong. Twitch.tv TV/R9cast. Come on over, baby. And yeah, so look, Facebook. I'm down to clown on Facebook. I'm not as far as Facebook gaming. Not really. I mean, whatever. I guess I gotta look into that, but I gotta hook it up to my thing, my restream, because that's what I'm doing. I'm not going right straight through freaking Facebook. What are they out their damn minds? All right, let me go to YouTube, and then we can get into stuff. I guess I mean, what is there to say about things, right? What? Remember that? I'm in the sim. Oh yeah, I was supposed to talk about those stupid. What's up, Kaijudo? It's been a minute, man. You've been alright, man. I hope you and your fams and loved ones and stuff is doing good. When the apocalypse time and stuff. I try not to talk about it or think about it too much because I mean, I don't have an issue with depression or anything, but I think everybody gets depressed, depending what your buttons are. But I'm like, what? When I get depressed, when I can't speak right, which is all the time, I guess, right? No. Okay, me and Bridget, all right, can we watch the news today? We're like, okay. And we don't want to watch it. It's like, we do not want to watch the news, right? But it's like kind of important that we do. Because it's like, information, right? Especially me, I'm a postman, and Trump is tripping. The boy, that's his name. The boy, he's tripping too. The new postmaster. I'm like, I'm about to execute order 69 over here. I'm like, what's the contingency plan is? Where's the go bags is at? Cause I need to bounce. Cause I kept missing the 7 p.m. Airtime. That's okay. No problem. Look, if you got to nap and sleep and do whatever, hey man, life is more important than the R9cast. I will give you that. Of course it is. There's many, 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 many things more important than the R9cast. Anyway, that's why we watch it, because the world's falling apart, and I'm I'm not a first responder. I'm the front line. Whatever. I'm delivering the mail. I see people. I gotta wear the mask. You know what sucks? Okay, so I have extra phlegm and stuff. Not because I have COVID or nothing. It's because I have to wear a mask for like 7 hours a day, right? Because when we go in the post office, you gotta wear a mask. When you go outside, it's kind of where you don't have to, because we're in Florida, because they don't care. But I'm just saying, for the people and appearances, and mainly for the people, my customers, be like, yo, I'm gonna wear the mask, because, and I don't have them in little garbage mask. I got a mask, son. My mask is like Bane. Seriously, it's one of them tactical masks with the metal mesh in the front, and I put a cloth filter in the middle. It's basically just a bandana folded like 59 times into the shape, and it goes, and it's actually warmer than a traditional mask. But I want the extra protections, and it looks kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. And all I have to do is wash the cloth. I don't have to get a new mask. I wash the bandana or the cloth, whatever I put in a new one. So it's always fresh. I ain't got to worry about cleanliness and the contaminations, But wearing the mask, don't wear masks that much, right? Not before the apocalypse. And so what it does for me, I have allergies, whatever. People do. It's not a big deal. But the extra breathing in the mask for like 6-7 hours a day, it's extra moisture in your lungs. So when I'm getting home, I'm like, I'm that way, right? I'm all kind of phlegmy right now, right? Bridget's like, what you got the COVID? What you doing? I got the sneezes. I'm like, yo, I was doing this before. It's just nothing new. I ain't saying nothing new. Come on. And it affects the phlegms. I have more phlegms because I'm breathing in my own moisture, and I'm not complaining about it, by the way. I'm just trying to explain to someone who might be listening, Bridget. That's why I'm extra, because when you wear a mask for so long, and especially when you're outside and it's 159 degrees. Okay, we're in Florida, right? So today is extra hot. I don't know what it is, but it's summer. But they say, oh yeah, it's about 95 degrees. With the heat index, it's 159. It basically adds 10 degrees, so it's like 105 degrees or whatever. And I'm like, okay, 105. I could deal with that. But with the mask, it makes it worse. Plus, in the mail truck, which is basically an oven on wheels, because it's just an aluminum box. And do a test. Get an aluminum box. Doesn't have to be, super aluminum. It could be whatever aluminum. Put a hot dog or something inside of it. Put it in the sun for, I don't know, half an hour. That bad boy's gonna be cooked. It gets hot in there. So you figure it feels like 105, plus it's at least 10 degrees hotter in that vehicle. So, 115. You get used to it. It's not so bad. It's all right. But anyway, that's the work story of the day. It's not really a work story. The work story is the lesson that I want to convey to people listening is that me being on the quote-unquote inside, not really, but part of the chain of important things that happen in this country, I will bring you your ballots. Trust me, I've been delivering those damn things. It's on down here. We ballot crazy. Anyway, I'm ready to be like, yo, post office is no more. Everybody's fired. That's where my mind is at. It's like, yo, what's the worst case scenario? What could happen? Okay, no more job. Got to sell a house. Okay, we got a plan. We got a plan. We ain't gonna be homeless. That's one thing. And it's not that bad I'm thinking about it, right? And I'm like, that don't sound bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, it's like, Joe Rogan, he's been tripping too, because he's like, saying stuff, blah, blah. He moved out of California because it's so bad over there, because they about to raise taxes to like 1,000 18, 16. It's 13 something now. They're about to raise to 16 or something retroactively to January. It's some craziness. I'm like, yo, glad I don't live in California. 13% plus. Shoot, it's like 8. No, it's 6 something down here, I think. Anyway, worst case scenario, we gonna be all right. Worst case scenario, we gonna be all right, and R9cast will live forever as long as I'm alive. Even though I'm not on the All Games website anymore, that doesn't matter. Probably, Bobby. Bobby hates me. Bobby Black Wolf hates me, and that's fine. I have my fair share of, I was about to say enemies, but I guess if it's an enemy, don't you have to kind of, it's like a two-way street, right? I don't care, so it's like really not, it's just somebody who hates me. And hey, look, if anyone wants to use up their life force and energy to convey hate to another person, that's their choice. I don't even think about it, really. I do think about it sometimes, and it makes me smile a little bit. Probably because I'm a little bit of a sociopath. That's the right word. I think a lot of people are a little pinch little pinch. Not like a Trump, not like Trump levels of sociopathology. That's not the word. So it's psychopathy. Psychopathy. I forgot how they said psychopathy. I think it's psychopathy. So it'd be sociopathy. I don't know. Whatever words, English, hard language. Anyway, we gonna be alright. R9cast gonna be alright forever, never ever. Till I'm dead. When I'm dead, then no more R9cast. I'm sorry, I can't do it after I'm not alive no more. Can't do that. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. Maybe I'll talk to Elon. He'd be like, "Yeah, all we got to do is put the." I don't know why Elon sounds like that. And then we put your brain in a HP Pavilion. And I'm like, can I get a blade of some server sort with petabytes of RAMs and stuff and speed? Just put me in a quantum computer. Just make me like a black hole of a program. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that when someone says quantum, I'm like, what happened to the All Games website? Somebody redid it. I'm not gonna say it was Derek H. I'm not gonna say it was Scott Rubin. But somebody redid it, and it's different. And I'm not there. R9cast is not there. Maybe because Bridge is not on the show anymore. That might have something to do with it. They're like, we don't want his punk. What I think it is. Here's my conspiracy theory. Because Bobby Blackwolf tweeted that, G4 was coming back. And he's like, oh, Scott Rubin's gonna bring back G4 or something. I was like, okay. Oh, all right, whatever. There's some little like I was like, okay, so, and then I put 2 and 12 together. And then I looked at the All Games site. I was like, oh, All Games is where's R9cast? Oh, I'm not up there. I guess because I don't have a link to my podcast archives. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe that's that. I think that's probably it. I mean, I could go and sign up for like a Podbean whatever account and do it that way. I guess that might be the way to do it, so I can have an actual archive. I haven't. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you what. The archive of this podcast is not as important to me as doing other things, like I'm doing the music for Grashers, the video game, the indie video game that will win many awards when it comes out. Hopefully, I don't know. Hey, Phil Spencer. I mean, not Aaron. What's his name? Wow, Chris Charla. I'm talking to you right now. Hello, how you doing? My name is Stephen D. Gibson. My name is Stephen Curry Gibson. My name is Stephen Gibson. D. The D is for dope. And I am the music man and audio man of a indie game called Grashers. If you, as part of the Xbox organization, Xbox Game Studios, ID at Xbox, if y'all want to give us money for exclusives. You want Grashers as an exclusive on the Xbox, son, for the launch. Okay, first of all, we're not gonna make the launch. We're not ready. Okay, this is gonna be a next year game. But if you want that, holla at your boy. I got electronbandit.com. You can find some sort of, my Twitter's on there. Go Instagram. It's on there too. I think it's on there. Just go hit me up with a DM, and yeah, we can link up. I'll hook you up with Rafa. He's the main programmer. That's how he programs, like with his claws. And you know, he makes the stuff move around on the screen. I just be like, yo, here's the audio file, man. Play that. It's like, okay, blue. That's how the music sounds. Okay, just VGO is looking for new shows. Only issue is your show would run into Bobby Blackwolf. Oh yeah. Twitch is jacked. It keeps freezing. Videos pixelated. Oh. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on YouTube if you want to watch the video there. I don't know how that is. Oh, actually, it is playing right now. I'm going to pause it, though. Because I'm actually downloading... I'm downloading an update for my old Xbox, which is underneath me right now. Because on the second half, at 8 o'clock, I do plan... Or a little bit after 8, because I started late. I'm going to play some more Grounded. And it's going to be horrible because the frame rate is so bad on the OG Xbox. I was playing it yesterday, real late. It's so smooth. And even on the X, it drops a little bit because it's not a consistent frame rate, but it gets to 60 a lot. And I'm like, oh, 60 is so good. But it's like 30 and below on the OG. I'm like, I can't do this. But yeah, if you want to watch the video, I'm on Facebook, YouTube. I'll give you the link right here. Hold on a second. Copy and paste. There you go. That's the link for the YouTube, so you can watch it there. Electron Bandit is the channel on YouTube. So I'm trying to move forward, if you will, with this electronbandit.com, I guess, hub. I just used Linktree or whatever it's called, where you just put a bunch of links on a one page. It's just a landing page, which is honestly what I was going to do anyway with my website. I was just going to make it kind of a landing page for all the other stuff, because I'm not going to sit there and like write articles or, you know, if I'm going to post videos, it'll just be links to YouTube videos. So it's the same difference as, so I'm like, I don't really need hosting, you know. Kaju says, I'm looking into joining VOG if you want to get more Twitch views. Look into joining VOG if you want to get more Twitch views. I do not think that Bobby Blackwolf wants me associated with VOG. But I think Bobby Blackwolf is the one person that hates me the most over there. And I'm not gonna be like, oh, he shouldn't hate me or nothing. But I mean, come on. It's not a big deal. But I can see why. Because I'm a dumbass a lot of the time. I'm going to tell you what happened. This is why he left all games. I think it was because of me. And Derek. But because of me too. So, like you said, my show was before Bobby's and he's before R9cast Radio. And it was one show I was ending, and I think it was like 10 minutes before or something. Or maybe 5 minutes before, like the 8 o'clock or whatever he's supposed to come on. And I was like, oh man, that's all I got. You know, I was like, oh, but I still got some time. So I was just like, dude, through wasting time. And he got mad at that because he needs his extra time, you know, so he can like glamorize and test all his right. Because it's a specific time, son. And I'm like, okay, first of all, this ain't like y'all are a little too serious, because you go over 10. Look, there's no major sponsors. It's like, I'm like, okay, this ain't CBS, right? Like if you go over, they kick you off there. No. This is all games. You know what I'm saying? You go late, you know, OLR can go, and there's nobody after OLR. It's not like this is a super large chain reaction. It's like, oh well, if I go late, then everybody else is late and everyone messes up. I'm like, look, I understand punctuality and all these things, but y'all are. It's okay, you know. I understand the principalities, Smokey, but I'm just saying it's not that serious. And that's why this whole thing is like, all right, whatever. Look, if he hates me because, I was goofing around one day and, he needed his time to get ready or whatever. Whatever. All right. But here's my argument about that whole thing. What if my show was so jam-packed with stuff, with information and knowledge, whatever, that, I got right to the 8:50, 9 o'clock. All right, see you later. Boom, and I'm out. What's the difference between that and being stupid for 4 minutes before 9 o'clock? I didn't go over the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, well, okay, whatever. So that's where I'm like, yeah. And the thing is also, Kaichiro, is that I don't feel that I want to kind of, because I liked All Games because All Games was like video games. It's kind of like my family outside of my family. It's like you're there too. You're part of it, right? So it's you and it's some of the people that are at VOG right now. Derek H, Fantastic Forum dudes, all these people, right? Twitch is freezing on the app too. Like I said, try it's something with Twitch because I'm looking at the Twitch page right now and it's spinning, so it might be something on their end. But the YouTube is fine. Like I said, hit that link on the YouTube and go there. Just watch it there. You can still stay in chat because the chat's working, so don't bounce out of chat. Oh, but you're on your phone, so yeah. I mean, oh man, but you can't listen. But I got chat open on Facebook too. I mean, on YouTube too. So if you want to go over there, that's fine. You can do that. I'm watching. All right, cool. Going to YouTube. So yeah, like it's just not a big deal. And also, like I was saying, I joined All Games because it was more like it was a community, and things fell apart, and I think it wasn't really I don't think there was a direction as far as an organized core. I mean, Derek tried, but I don't think any one person or any group was focused in order to get stuff done. And honestly, what wasn't done on the All Games side, I don't know if it's going to be done now that the website has changed. And we're not, and R9cast is not there. It's probably going to be better than ever. All Games needs to have video content every day. You need to have personalities sitting up there on YouTube, be like, "What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing?" Okay, not like that, but I'm just saying, you need somebody up there, not me. I'm just saying, whoever, Scott, if you want to be like, "Yo, ice cream, y'all want some ice cream?" Be the ice cream man of All Games. Be the ice cream man of video games. Nitropod in your face. Here's what's happening in news. I'm just saying, Scott could do it. I don't think he wants to. He got all his babies and stuff, but I'm just saying. But that's what you need. You can't, like, for me, right? I'm doing music like crazy right now, right? But it doesn't serve me. It doesn't help me just doing music. Because the old school way was, oh, I'm going to do music and I'm going to go to a A&R person, a rep, and then I'm going to let him hear my demo, and then I'm going to get signed, and they're going to take all my money because that's how it works. I'm like, that's not how it works no more. I mean, those deals still happen, yes, but you need to get a following. You need to work your ass off yourself and get your ass a following. So YouTube and Facebook, the two devil peoples, Twitch too, but that's more gaming. And I don't stream a lot of gameplay, and that's the problem with Twitch for me. So with you, I can use YouTube, and I was getting mad looks. I was getting mad views on Facebook, but they started messing up. So I gotta figure out how to get back on Facebook on my personal. I was streaming on my personal channel, my personal page, and I had a whole bunch because I have a whole bunch of people connected on Facebook. So I was like, yeah, I'm mad people watching it every day. I mean, every time I was stream. So I don't know what's going on now, but whatever. I'm on a PC and tab. Man, not worries. Chat is good. Okay. So that's the thing with why All Games was like stagnant for a while, and like VOG. I know it exists only because All Games, you know what I mean? But I haven't kind of listened to any shows over there. I haven't heard of anything of them doing. I see them on Twitter. I see like Rob or whoever on Twitter sometimes, but I put it. I'll put it up. I'll put it in here again. Paste. There. Is the link. And so I don't. And the thing is like I don't want to. I don't want to just. I want to figure out what I want to. I want as far as content. You need consistent content, and I don't want to be like all these other dudes. Like I'm in here working. I'm doing like CG stuff, and I'm working on like some splash pages, whatever. And I'm listening to these podcasts, which are very hard to listen to because everybody's talking and screaming. Everybody's mic is a different level. I'm like, yo. I mean, you got a few people listening, but this is hot garbage for real. Not because, well, it's funny because they cracking on each other and stuff. They say really bad words, so that's one reason why it's not gonna blow up like it should, or not like it should, but how this person wants it to be. I don't want to name no names. But then I look at this person, right, and they're all around gamer. Used to be on Xbox a lot. Now they kind of on Sony side a lot, but they're kind of in the middle. Whatever, doesn't matter. So then I look at another Xbox centric channel, and they're getting thousands of views every time they do a live podcast, and I'm like, I'm wondering why, right? And what it is that he does consistent videos about the news, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't have time. Okay, I probably have time for it, but I think I'm going to say this. I think I'm a little lazy for that. And I say that because everyone needs time to recharge, regenerate, to rest. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying lazy. Not like, oh, no, I do nothing. Let me just be there. No. I work. It's hot. 100,000 million degrees. I get home. I take a shower outside. I have an outside shower. Bridget's like, you better wash your ass outside. Get that COVID out on the dirt. Out there. Dirt. I'm like, okay, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna be real. It's Florida, so it's fine. Taking a shower outside is kind of nice. I'll be like, I take a shower outside. I'm like, I saw the birds are tweeting, the sun is shining. It's like, and it's harder water pressure because the way the pipes are, the bigger pipes. I'm like, yo, this is kind of nice. I go in the morning. I take 2 showers, right? Well, I take a shower when I get home from work, and I take a shower in the next morning because I don't feel right if I go to work without taking a shower. I just feel kind of, yeah, you know? But anyway, taking a shower inside the house is fine. But compared to outside with the infinity ceiling, you know, and the nature light, which is called the sun, and the birds twerping. And here's the coolest thing about taking a shower outside. You take a shower, you're like, oh, yeah, right? Better water pressure also. More room. You can do backflips. The shower's about, I don't know, it's about 8x10 space. It's big. And once you turn off the water, you grab your towel. We have a little sculpture, a metal sculpture with a lizard and his kind of things on his back, frills on his back, stick up, and you throw it up there. And start drying off, and then like a nice breeze will come through. I'm like, oh, that's a nice breeze for the outside time. You know what I mean? There ain't no breezes in your bathroom unless you got a window open. But come on, you ain't showering with the window open, are you? Nah. So I'm like, I like this. And every time I turn on the shower, there's a whole bunch of frogs that just live in the dirt and stuff. And they're like, oh, snap, you're taking the shower. Let's get out of here. I'm like, hey, what's up, frogs? They're so cool. It's I guess I'm a hippie. I'm not a hippie, but I guess I'm a nature boy like that. You know what I mean? I keep telling Bridget, like, Bridget, once you take a shower outside, you're not going to want to wash up inside no more. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so freeing. And if the neighbors want to look at my balls, if they want to look at my testicles, you know what? Hey, it's a free country. I'm not going to prohibit you from looking at my testicles. I went a little too far. Testicles. I'm not, because, you know, they're just sacks of organic material, some hair on it. So they're like, what? The hair's like, that's it. I mean, you've seen one pair, you've seen others. they're not that much different from other. I mean, some are lighter skinned, some are darker skinned, some are bald because Brazilian wax. That sounds like hard time, but I'm just saying, it doesn't. Could you know? You attach a gardener hose to a tree branch? No, that's funny. No, when we moved to this house, she had already had an outside shower. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Of course, when she put up, like, there was a fence before. I mean, that was covering the pipe. She screwed a screw directly into the PVC pipe, and I'm like, ugh. So when I took it all apart because we were getting the house painted, I was like, oh, there's a hole in one of the, because she screwed into the freaking. So I fixed the hole, by the way, but it worked. And I was like, I hadn't used it for like a year because like, hey, we need to redo the shower. And I got some of these industrial. They're cast iron, but they're coated in this like rubberized plastic material, so it's kind of cool. I got them from my father-in-law because he had a bunch. Like, I got these for. I'm like, what are these? I don't even know what they are, but I'm like, hey, they're good for having them. You put them on the ground and elevate them a little bit. Water goes through. Boom, there you go. Shower floor. That sounds good to me. So yeah, man, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. I gotta redo the fencing. Is cool. I'm not gonna rip it down, but I'm gonna clean it. I pressure clean it, and then I'm gonna stain it like a really dark color, and then I'm gonna put a lighter fencing pickets on the inside that are going horizontal instead of vertical like regular fence. And I'm gonna go up a little bit higher, get a little bit more privacy, and it's gonna be dope. And then I'm gonna put some shelves and gotta redo the floor, slope it because the drainage is a little weird in there, but it's dope. I like it. I don't mind it. It's kind of like. I actually look forward to it. Like, I'm coming home, I'm like, oh man, I get the split. Actually, when I'm coming home, I'm tired, so I'm like, I just want to go and sit on the couch and pass out. But honestly, when I get into the shower outside, nature shower, I'm like, this ain't bad. This is all right. So, but yeah, that's a cool thing. Anyway, what else? Cutting the grass, I said that last week. I cut a hole in my arm, cutting hedges, because, stupid. Because I'm done. Because it was hot and I was tired. And when you're hot and tired, you shouldn't be using dangerous equipment. And I was like, blip. I was like, and it just like pinched me, but it's a little deep. I was like, it wasn't super deep. And if I was looking at it, I was like, I could have probably got a stitch, but we just put some second skin. It's basically crazy glue. They call it. It smells exactly like crazy glue. Put it on me. It burnt. That's the burns. Don't use it if you can't handle the pain. Don't use it. It was hurt. But it worked though, kind of, sorta. I probably have a scar, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? Anyway, I want to talk about. Well, let me see. I want to see if this is even. Is it? That might be resetting. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to check it out later. Video game news. What's happening, really? I'm kind of getting disinterested. I mean, not a lot. Because, like, what I'm looking forward... Like, once they delayed Halo, which is fine. Because it didn't look that great. People are like, oh, it looks like a 360 game. Blah, blah. I'm like, look. It was 4K. It was native 4K. And I think, honestly, their Xbox's push for native 4K, that native 4K moniker thing, is going to hurt them in the long run. Because people don't care if it's native 4K or not. If it looks good, that's all they care about. It can be fake 4K all day long. If it looks good, you can't be like, ew, that's not even native 4K. You be like, don't matter, son. It looks good, yo. What? It's like, huh? It's like, yo, DeLoreans are the most suckiest cars ever, but they look good. Okay, that's a bad example. Like if they did 1800p or 1440p upscale with the ML and all that stuff, it's fine. Do 1080p. I mean, you don't have to do 1080p. You could do 1440p upscale with the ML machine learning stuff. Get the performance back. Throw in ray tracing. I mean, the main problem with that demo was the ray tracing wasn't in there. I bet you would have been, and the pop in, of course. But I bet you it would be 1,000 times. Okay, here's the problem. We'll get to the PS5 struggling, but we're talking about the demo right now. The problem with the Halo Infinite demo was that, yes, they tried to go back to the original Halo CE art style. The problem is that was an ugly ass game to begin with, okay? So you cannot emulate an ugly ass game and expect it to look beautiful. You can't do that. That's not how that works. What they should have done, and I think that's why a lot of the leads left, because they're like, what are you doing? They should have made the actual environment look freaking awesomely beautiful. Like when you watch the Unreal Engine demo, right? The Lumen and the Valley of the Nanites, whatever the hell it was called. You look at that, you're like, oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, the environment looked good. I mean, whatever, the character, she was fine. Who cares? The whole demo wasn't predicated on how good the actual character looked, because there really isn't an issue with how characters look in games for the most part. It's mainly about the environments, right? So if they would, I'm like, in my mind, I can picture like a Halo Infinite demo where it looks like you're in the freaking Pacific Northwest. It's on a Halo ring though, but it's Pacific Northwest, pine trees. It's a pine tree freaking rainforest with mountains, and then there's little grubs, and it's all, if it was ray traced, it would look even better. But even without the ray tracing, they could have made it look so good, but they messed up. You know what I'm saying? And they have to make, I mean, I'm looking at the trees and I'm like, them some ugly trees. Why did those trees look stupid? It's like, yeah, they're 4K trees, but art style wise, don't copy ugly art and be like, yeah, we throwing it back to the, no. That's not what people meant when they were like, oh, I wish it was like the old Halo, you need to go back. No. You need to make the environment look like for real, you know, and then you put a grunt hiding behind a log and he's like, ha, and you're like, pew, pew. And it's honestly, it was just the environment. If the environment, without the pop into, if the environment looked dope, and Craig, of course, but Craig is dope now. I think if they don't put Craig in the game, I'm sorry, there needs to be a mission, go get Craig or something. Or there's a spy on the brute side. His name is Craig. Your informant, your intel informant on the, you know what I mean? Craig's got to be in the game now. They done messed up by putting Craig in there. They didn't even put him in there as a meme, but I'm just saying. But yeah, that's what makes me kind of like, y'all are, you know, it. And I was trying to be like, oh, because the dynamic lighting, that's why it looked ugly. I'm like, no, that's not why it looked like. It looked ugly because the art style was ugly. The environment art style was ugly. All the other stuff just bit my tongue. All the other stuff surrounding it, like the different characters, you didn't really get a good look at the grunts. You know what I'm saying? You got a good look at Greg, and there was an elite. You know, it was old school. It was a throwback, yes, but those weren't the offensive things. It was just like, why does this look like this? Like, I don't, you know. And it was like it was the trees. Like, you saw the trees. I'm like, that, huh? Why? Okay, no. And even you look at that, and then you look at like the I guess it was CG or in-engine demo that they showed originally with the people with the soldiers, and they crashed, and one of them was lipping and stuff. I was like, that even looks better. Why doesn't it look like that? You know, come on, son. But anyway, we're talking about PS5 struggling as far as power narrative. And then, so there was this guy, I forgot his name, Jeff Grubb, or maybe it was somebody else. No, I don't think it was him, it was somebody else. But they were saying, oh, the PS5 is struggling. Just look at Resident Evil 8. Was it? The Mansion? Was that one called? I can't remember what it's called. They're like, look at the frame rate on that. I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. It's kind of whack there. Frame rate was kind of garbage. But I mean, that's unoptimized or whatever. I think they were trying to run it at 4K. That's what it probably was. Because that's the same thing that happened in Resident Evil 2 Remake. They tried to run it at 4K on the Xbox One X, and the frame rate was hot garbage. And then they did the same. They put in a patch that treated it just like the PS4 Pro version, and it, boom, ran way better. Ran the best. So, you know. Initially, it was like, oh, the PS4 Pro version is the best version. And then they just patched it and it's like, oh yeah, the Xbox One S version is X version is the best version because, you know, got to put in the thing. That made no sense. Anyway, they were talking about that, like, sources say that the PS5 is struggling to do 4K 60, blah blah blah, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But maybe it's possible. I mean, true 4K. But actually, what he said was, you know, oh, you're gonna see a lot of fake 4K, and I was like, yeah, that's Sony's MO. That's what they do. They'd be like, yeah, it's 4K, and it's like, no, it's not really 4K, but it doesn't matter because it's good enough. Oh, don't tell me we're gonna have the good enough console part 2. That's gonna suck. And this whole thing with Spider-Man, I didn't even talk about the Spider-Man with the Avengers and stuff. I didn't even talk about that. And that's on a lot of people. That's on Sony. That's on Square Enix. And that's on Marvel. It's on Disney. It's on 3. Now, I hear people defending the not the choice, but the actual fact that Sony paid for Spider-Man exclusivity on the X-Men game, which is a third-party game. Now, people are getting it twisted. Spider-Man is not a video game exclusive character for Sony. That's not how this works. Spider-Man is a film movie franchise for movies and only movies. Not even TV, only movies. That's where Sony has the rights for the Spider-Man character. Nothing else. For TV, if you watch TV, Spider-Man's everywhere. Not Sony. Disney's putting Spider-Man on everything. Animated. Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? So they have no hand or grasp or hand or whatever on the Spider-Man IP, but Disney is well, what they had said before was, oh, we're teaming up with Insomniac and Sony to bring Spider-Man to the video games and stuff. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, because Spider-Man was in Ultimate Alliance, was it 3? I think on the Switch or something. So, and that was recent. That was like a year or so ago. So, they're you know, does not get it twisted. If Microsoft went to Marvel and said, yo, this is what I want Microsoft to do. Listen, Chris Charla, you listening? Okay, wait. Phil Spencer, he's a part. Wait, Matt Booty, listen to me now and hear me later. This is what I want. Screw Peter Parker. Screw Miles Morales. I want Spider-Gwen. I want a Spider-Gwen game exclusives on Xbox Series X. That's what I'm talking about. Xbox Series X and S, exclusive Spider-Gwen. Let's make it happen. I'll be in like crazy. You know what y'all can do? Y'all can just copy what Insomniac did, like open world. Except make it better because it's kind of repetitive. And look, I'm not saying Spider-Man's a bad game. It's a good game for a PS4. But what I am gonna say is that I played Sunset Overdrive. I played Sunset Overdrive DLC, and what it entails is just a little bit more Sunset Overdrive. It's the same thing with Spider-Man. It's the same thing with Miles Morales. It's just, oh, you're playing a different character, and it's snowing now because Christmas holiday season. That's the difference. And you'll have a couple of cutscenes, 5-hour game. I'm like, yo, y'all serious? I mean, look, they were good. The DLCs for Sunset Overdrive, they were good. I mean, they were alright. They were good. I mean, it wasn't like, oh, if a new console is coming out, we're gonna have DLC for Sunset Overdrive. If that was the case, I'd be like, yeah, no. In hindsight, no. No. So I think people are putting a lot of weight, whatever, on Spider-Man Miles Morales, and it'll be good. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be whack or nothing. It's not gonna be whack, but I don't think it's gonna be all that. I'm just saying. And honestly, what Miles Morales was supposed to be was basically just DLC for the PS4 game, and then they're like, oh, we need some more stuff, and so they pushed it to the PS5, made it exclusive, which it doesn't have to be. And that's the one of the most messed up things about Miles Morales is that all these people who bought Spider-Man for the PS4 are screwed because of a business decision on Sony's part. It's not about for the gamer, all that stuff. Greatness awaits. That's a very bad tagline. It's just like, all right, whatever. Sound a little conceited, just saying. If you were a PS4 fan, you're like, I love PS4, they give me the good games, and then they're like, yeah, you gotta buy a new console if you want to play the good games. It's like, but the PS4 is still good, right? It's like, nope. And they just recently, like 3 days ago, they're like, oh, look at all the different colors for the DualShock 4. I'm like, nobody cares about that no more. You can't even use that stupid controller on your PS5 for PS5 games. Why are you trying to pimp this stupid? I'm like, yep. It's almost like there's two heads at Sony, and one's like, yeah, PS4, we still got some stuff over here, and the other was like, yo, forget about PS4. We got PS5. I'm like, yo. I'm glad that Microsoft and Sony are going two different directions. They took the different forks of the roads as far as this is how we doing next generation video gaming, because I'm looking at Sony. I'm like, okay, Sony's whole business strategy hinges on the success of their exclusive games and the sale of the PS5. That's traditional, but when you have a marketplace which is not traditional anymore, we're not in the 80s and the 90s no more, Sony. It's 2020, son, and the internet's here. Whoa, man, the internet's here, man. So I'm like, yo, what are we doing here? You know, it took Sony so long to dive into PSN. You know, Xbox had a whole generation before Sony, a whole generation and a half, I'll say that, because PSN didn't launch with the PlayStation 3. They came like a year or two later. I think it was two. They launched in 2006, and PSN was birthed, I don't remember. But it wasn't a launch. Although they did have some online connected stuff, the PS2, you know, with Final Fantasy and stuff, but you know that was just like a one-off thing, like through whatever. It was like the Dreamcast stuff, same thing. Anyway, the two different approaches are better for everyone because you can justify your purchases and say, okay, I'll get both consoles because exclusives on a PlayStation and everything else for Xbox, basically, because Xbox Series X is gonna have the better multiplats as far as performance-wise. Now, Sony's running out, making all these money deals, trying to secure special stuff for their version of the games, is a sneaky move where it's like an insecure move. It's like, oh, we got to do this because our console sucks, so we have to give them another reason to buy the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 5 versions of games. And I'm like, okay, that works for certain games. But that doesn't for Call of Duty. I don't know if that's gonna work, because if you could play Call of Duty at 120 frames on the Xbox Series X and maybe at 60 frames, I don't know what the frame's gonna be on the PlayStation 5, but who knows? You know, I mean, you look at the power difference, and I'm like, okay, stuff is gonna play better on X, right? So I'm like, and no one's debating that. Like in all these podcasts I'm listening to, nobody's debating it. The narrative is the Xbox will be more powerful than the PlayStation 5. Period. Kaiju says next gen gaming is going to be current gen 2.0. I think it's gonna be, well, because of the apocalypse, it's a little rough, and it's also gonna be rough because I think ray tracing is coming in hot on the AMD side, because they really don't have ray tracing cards yet, graphics cards yet. So these consoles are going to kind of represent the first instances of hardware ray tracing from AMD. Something like that. So it's coming in hot. So in that respect, it's a little rough. You know, I wish this ray tracing stuff was kind of taken care of on both sides. I mean, Sony's kind of doing it's not fake ray tracing, but it's software ray tracing as opposed to hardware ray tracing because they don't have GPU cores in their PlayStation 5, 36 versus 52 on the Xbox side. So they don't have enough to cover everything, you know. If they want to have the frames and the resolution and ray tracing, they can't do it. So they have to do some trickery. And if you look at the Gran Turismo, I watched the Digital Foundry thing, and you look at the Gran Turismo demo they showed on PlayStation 5, and I was looking at it, I was like, okay. But the thing is, it's weird because you have to know what to look for, right? So when you have reflections, right, depending on the surface that's reflecting, like a phone reflection it's a flat surface. So it's not going to give you, it's just going to give you a flat reflection. But if you have a sphere or any type of other shaped object that is not a flat surface, the reflection bends to the geometry of whatever, you know, sphere, whatever, cylinder, whatever. Excuse me. In the PlayStation 5 Gran Turismo demo, there was no like distortion of the actual reflections, and they were like lower resolution than they should be. So they were kind of cheating it a little bit. It was weird. I was like, oh, okay. And the Ratchet and Clank had like, it wasn't even the whole, they were only reflecting certain things, and the certain things were in the scene, so it looked like it was screen space reflection as opposed to ray tracing. So I was like, wait, there's stuff missing. Like ray tracing, like how do you call stuff in? I don't know how that works, so whatever. Maybe they figured out a way to do diet ray tracing. I don't know. Whatever. Checkerboard ray tracing. I don't know. Sony got all this stuff, dude. All these things. But yeah. So let me. Wait. Let me make sure. Turn that on. See if I see your true colors. I've been singing that song. I don't know why. I know why, because I saw that. Why? Where's my Xbox at? It's not popping up. Oh. All right. Whatever. I'll figure it out. Anyway. So, the console war trudges on, but the power narrative Sony lost the power narrative, basically. You know, they had it last gen, and that helped them. Besides price, it was price and power narrative, and it was and the devs were like, oh, this is way better to use than the Xbox. Oops, excuse me. Which was true because of that ESRAM and all that. So yeah, it was a wrap. This time is different. Now the thing is, like, there's some devs coming out, oh, the PS5 is way easier to program for, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, that might be true, but you're not gonna get the best out of it, right? So if you look at a dev wants the most powerful thing to put their stuff on to make that game look the best. They don't want to be like, oh, it's easier, so okay. No. Like, oh, we gotta cut some corners because, you know, it's gotta throttle this and throttle that. It's the throttle station 5, boy. So I'm like, the only devs that have been capping, if you will, for Sony are the devs that have deals with Sony, whether it be third-party or first-party games, or second-party for third-party exclusives. Those are the only devs that are capping for Sony right now. And so I'm like, y'all don't see that, right? You don't see like EA coming out and be like, yeah, the PlayStation 5 is the best. They didn't say that, did they? Did Ubisoft come out and say, yeah, the PlayStation 5 is the best? They are the best. I can't do the French accent. Who else? What other third party that doesn't have an exclusive with Sony is coming out capping for Sony about that is the best, is way faster and all that stuff? Nobody. They just got their team cheerleading for them, which is telling, because that wasn't the case last gen. Last gen, everybody was like, yeah, the Xbox is a dumpster fire. PlayStation 4 is better. Yeah. Everybody, it was universal. But this gen, it's not universal. You only hear a few little some voices, right? But you gotta look at where they are. Oh, my uncle's PlayStation. I like my uncle. That was anyway. But yeah, I'm I'm I am happy with the I think the progress of the hardwares as far as how they're approaching different problems. The fact that SSDs are now going to be a commonplace thing going forward, which is thank you. Because once I switch my computers to SSDs, I'm like, oh, hell no. Why was I doing anything other than SSDs? Oh, I know why. Because it was stupid expensive. But I mean, I have one sitting here. I haven't put it in. It's only 120 gigs though. I was gonna put it in my garbage for a main PC, but I was like, yeah, $20 for 120 gigs. I could throw that in for a quick little C drive and see what happens. The problem with that, well, the problem with the PC that I have is that it doesn't run the games that I want specifically to run on MAME. It doesn't run it that well. So I don't know. It can't be. It's just how It's got to be the emulator. It's got to be the emulator because I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, that sucks. And it's mainly a frame thing. It just goes to when it's on auto, it goes a little slow. Then I gotta like overclock it, and then it just skips and it stutters. I'm like, oh, whatever. And it's just the actual music, not the actual game itself. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I'll figure it out one day. Maybe one day, Sega. You listening, Sega? Who's the Sega Sammy? Who's the president of Sega of America? Sega of America president. I want a little arcade, not a little arcade, but like or maybe just a little box, an arcade. Give me the Yu Suzuki arcade experience, so I can plug in a joystick or two, or flight stick, or whatever control I want. Steering wheel, depending on the game. Let me build my own little arcade with your stuff, your hardware. I was looking at the mini Mega Drive. I was like, maybe I get that. And then I heard there was what was it? Something else. Oh, the mini Game Gear, the Game Gear Mini. That was the micro Game Gear. I was like, why? I was so excited. They were like, yeah, Sega's got an announcement. Yeah, it's gonna be. There's an announcement with Microsoft. Yeah, I'm like, what is it? And it happened to be like Phantasy Star 2, but now we got the Phantasy Star 2 re-up, new generation, whatever it's called, which is exclusive on the Xbox. Hey, so that's kind of dope. I'll play that because that's gonna be on Game Pass, and it's kind of a remake, or it's a new Genesis. What is it called? New Genesis? I think it's called New Genesis. And I was like, okay, I'm down. I'm down to clown, Because I played a little bit of Phantasy Star Online too. I was like, it's all right. It's pretty dope for a freaking like a 7-year-old, however old that game is. It's a super old game. But I was like, that's cool. I'll play that. But I still want my Yu Suzuki collection. They have the games. They have the ROMs. They can do it. But I'm probably the only one on the planet asking for it. I want Space Harrier Outrun. You can throw in Turbo Outrun. I won't mind. Power Drift, Galaxy Force 2, Afterburner 2. I said Space Harrier. That's the first one I said. Thunderblade, Super Thunderblade. There's more games I'm forgetting, but that's 8. I know there's more games than that. You don't even have to put in Planet Harriers. You know what I would want? I would want them to remake Space Harrier 2, except with actual hardware scaling and stuff. Like, remake that. They should remake all their Yu Suzuki games, honestly. I said this before. They remade Shaba, Streets of Rage. Well, Streets of Rage 4, which is kind of a remake of all of them put together, basically. Do that to all the other games. Do that to Space Harrier. Do that to Outrun. And make it like a cartoon, man. Make it hand-drawn animation remakes. Let's go. Come on. That'll be so dope. I would buy them. Oh my god, I'd buy them so hard. I would buy it so hard. Especially Space Harrier, I ain't gonna lie. And you could do that, hand animated, and just scale them. Who cares? Make it a vector, and let's go. It's so frustrating, man. I mean, it's frustrating only in that it's like, I want to relive my childhood, but making a game isn't easy. But it seems like Sega is like in a space where they want to be an amusement company, not so much a video game company. That's why, I mean, they got out of the video game business, when Peter Moore killed Dreamcast because of things, because of Sony, really. See, that's why I hate Sony. Well, it was really EA, but I hate Sony. I blame Sony. And that's why I like Xbox, because the original Xbox, OG Xbox, is basically the Dreamcast 2. It's pretty much the Dreamcast 2. You look at the launch lineup, bunch of Sega games. Jet Grind, Radio Future, Jet with that one. What was the other one? It's the racing game, GT. Wow, I totally forgot it right now. But I have the disc where it has both games on it. Then they had Panzer Dragoon, Orta, which I have on the Genesis OG Xbox. Shenmue 2 was on the original Xbox, exclusive. They had all the games. I'm like, yo, this is like the second Dreamcast. I'm good. I'm like, okay, I was sad that the Dreamcast got canceled like that, because it was a really cool system. It just felt good playing it. You turn it on, it made the sound. And a little VMU would light up, like, oh, look at the guy. You know, it's dope. They should do VMUs again. I think Xbox should do that. I think Xbox should come out with a Dreamcast. Not a Dreamcast controller per se, but it's an Xbox controller that has a VMU in it. So you can plug it in, a little screen pops in there. That'd be dope. I mean, think about it. The Dreamcast had a screen on it, on the controller, right? The Dreamcast. And now all controllers, right? Like if the PlayStation 5, the DualSense 5 had a little screen, like a little screen embedded in the freaking touchscreen, the touchpad, that would be dope. I'll be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna play fine. That controller though got a little screen on it. Come on, give us options. Be like, well, you can just go xCloud. No. I don't want to plug my phone. Although that's dope. I ain't gonna lie. xCloud, Game Pass. Going back to that, what I was talking about after the tangent. The whole Game Pass thing is a game changer, and I didn't believe it before. My mustache is killing me. Before I was on before I was on Game Pass, I was like, man, Game Pass is whack. That game is whack. I ain't gonna pay to be the whack. I would like to buy my games. That's what I was like. I'm gonna buy my game with the after Game Pass. Nope. And then I was like, let me try it. I got the 2 weeks or whatever free trial. I was like, let me try it. I got to put it on there. I was like, going through the games. Like, this ain't bad. This is all right. And this is how it happens. This is how it happens. This is how it happened to me, and this is how it happens to many other people. You're sitting there, you turn your Xbox, and you're like, boop. And you go, let me go see what's new in Game Pass. Boop, boop. It's like when you turn on Netflix. Oh, what they got new? What the new releases? Anything good? Oh, Project Power. Let me watch that with Jamie Foxx and all of that. I gotta watch that, by the way. Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Let me watch that right now. You know? Oh, that might be good. Let me watch that. Oh, that might be a good. Let me play Carry On. Let me play that. But by the way, I got lost in Carry On. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go, and it sucks because I pretty much finished the level that I was supposed to finish. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I'm lost in the game. There's no map. I'm like, I started to look up a fact, like a map, and I'm like, I still don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. So I'm gonna go back to that game because I'm pretty much sure I'm almost at the end. It's not a long game, but I'm like, whatever. Point is, when my Game Pass subscription, my little temporary 2-week lapsed and it was over, and I turned on my Xbox, and I could not open Game Pass. I was like, oh, this ain't. It felt like somebody stole. It felt like the soul of my console was gone. It felt. It's like a downgrade. It's like yo, I got the V12, son, and then you go, and you're like, oh, I gotta go travel. I'm gonna get the same car, except you got the 4-banger version. You're like, oh, it's not the same car. You like, you feel like, oh, it's not as good. And that's when I said, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. Got 2 years of gold, slapped it on my thing, converted for $1. Rest is history. Still paying. I'm still good for 2 more years, son. Well, in June of 2022. So I'm like, it's a no-brainer. It like pays for itself. It's already paid for itself. Already. So I'm like, yo, probably next year I'm probably gonna add another year. You know what I mean? If I could find a deal or something, which I'm probably not, but slowly I might just add, so I'll never run out, because I don't want to ever run out. And Halo Infinite, it was delayed, but still, it's coming. I'm gonna play it when it comes out. All these games. Forza Horizon is the main reason why. And that was the game I was playing, Forza Horizon. I was like, yeah, this is dope. I love it. And I was gonna, let me play some Forza Horizon. I can't play it. My Game Pass is out. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go. And that's what it was. Forza Horizon 4 did it. Made me sign up forever and ever. And I'm looking at the All Access thing where you just buy the Xbox and pay a monthly, like a phone. I'm like, that's not a bad deal. It's about the same price as buying it outright. So I'm like, I mean, what? That's better, right? I mean, I could do that instead of, hitting a credit card for, $500 or whatever it's going to be. Oh, also, rumors that the Xbox Series X is going to be $600 is at $599. And I have a theory. You want to know my theory? I have a theory. And after this theory, I'm going to try to get my Xbox turned on so that we can play a little grounded. Well, I can play a little grounded. Oh, I think I know why. No, it can't be why. Anyway, there was a leak, price leak. I think GameStop or something, where they had the price of the console in their documentation or whatever, stock stuff or whatever, for the stores. And I was like, okay. Was it that, or was it something else? It was. Oh, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think it wasn't. I can't remember what it was. It doesn't matter, but what I think it is. This is what I think it is. I think it was like a contest or something. Yeah, it was a contest. Was it Taco Bell or something? It doesn't matter. It was a contest where they said estimated retail price for this prize, which was the Xbox Series X, like 10. They're giving away 10 consoles or something. Estimated retail price $599 or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And here's the thing, right? So people aren't thinking. You got to look at what Microsoft has been doing since December of 2019, when they initially announced the Xbox Series X at the Game Awards, right? During rehearsals, in order to avoid it being leaked, they faked the rehearsal. Phil Spencer went up there and did a fake presentation as a rehearsal for the Game Awards so that it wouldn't leak before the actual show. And I'm like, okay, first of all, they as an Xbox has never done anything like that, as far as not announcing a console, but they've never done like sneaky stuff like, oh, let's be sly, let's keep this on, like some spy, some James Bond stuff right there, right? So I'm like, okay, so what makes you think that right now there is a war of prices right now? And everyone, they're playing chicken. Everybody says they're playing chicken. They're waiting. Sony's waiting for Microsoft. Microsoft waiting for Sony. Would it not be smart of Microsoft to have this leak out, where the estimated retail price from the Taco Bell sweepstakes or whatever is $599? Meanwhile, Sony's over there is like, oh, we got the price now. We can announce our prices for $550 or whatever, right? or $499, so they could be like, yeah, ours is $100 cheaper. Meanwhile, Microsoft, Xbox, they didn't announce the price. That was a leak, and I think that Xbox planted that as a kind of a psych. They did it at the Game Awards. They literally lied. They didn't lie. They did a fake presentation so that no one would know the Xbox Series X is being whatchamacallit. You know what I mean? And that was super smart. And I'm like, oh, that's like that some corporate espionage stuff right there. It would make sense to put out a number there that isn't, it wasn't leaked. It was, MSRP, whatever, but it's from a contest, and it's like a whole bunch of a lot of gray tape, not gray tape, but gray areas where they're not liable. They can't be held accountable for something like that because A, they didn't announce it. B, manufacturers' suggested retail price does not necessarily mean that's how much it's going to cost, obviously. So they're not on the hook for like false advertising or anything like that. So they put that out there so that Sony could be like, we know what the price is. They're going to charge $599. We going to charge $499. We going to win again. Meanwhile, Xbox is like, we're $499 too. Boom. Opti says, so what will Xbox gamers play on their expensive new Xbox this holiday? I'm gonna be playing Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know about you. I mean, you could play Spider-Man for 5 hours or so. I'll be playing Cyberpunk for months. I'm still playing The Witcher 3, and I didn't even get any of the DLC. So I'm good. I'm so good. It's like I'm honestly glad that Halo got. Well, I'm glad Halo got pushed because it wasn't ready. They need to really go back and think about what they've done. They need to really reflect on their behavior and make it look better. God dang it! Make them trees look like trees and not like some garbage Halo CE trees. All right? I don't want to see no 4K Halo CE trees. I want to see some Washington State ferns and trees. Make it look like The Last of Us, except Master Chief pop out shooting fools in the face, shooting grunts. Imagine if the Halo Infinite looked like The Last of Us when they're in the woods and stuff, except it's Master Chief first person and the grunt's like, and you're like, come on, son, that'd be oh. Abdi says, let's say you don't need the new Xbox to play Cyberpunk. I'm not getting a new Xbox right away. Whoever gets a new console this holiday are fools. Opti says I've been playing Miles Morales Deadloop. Godfall is trash. Bug Snacks is super trash. Come on, son. Bug Snacks. I need to put that in to make me laugh. Gran Turismo 7. Gran Turismo lost the crown of being the best racer. I mean, it'd be like, oh, it's a sim. Like, I don't care. It's not a good game. It's a sim. You want to go play a better sim? It's on PC. iRacing or whatever it's called. What's up, Bonds? Gran Turismo sells more than Forza. I hear that a lot. I'm like, oh, Gran Turismo sells. Well, I mean, Sony had like a generation more than Xbox, so I would hope they would sell more. They have more games. That's not actually true. They don't have more games. But we'll see what Gran Turismo sells. I don't know if Gran Turismo... That's hard to say. I think Gran Turismo 7 versus Forza versus Forza 8 will be a good indication this time around because Europe loves PlayStation and Gran Turismo. That's true. But Xbox messed up in so many different ways last gen that this gen is a little different. I'm not gonna say it's way 1,000 times better, but it's definitely better. Because Sony already lost the power narrative, right? So it's bad when, even if they're not true, there's stories coming out saying that Sony's having problems. They're struggling with 4K 60. on the PS5. You know that's a problem. That's a problem. That's narrative. Even though it may be false, may not be true, still doesn't matter because that getting out in the mainstream, because it is mainstream, because multiple sources have already reported on it, that somebody's going to hear it and somebody's going to believe it. And that's the problem. You know, Xbox not doing well overseas at all. They didn't launch a lot overseas. They screwed up their launch and it just didn't never recover, and that was it. You know, it'll be it'll be a little bit different. And the thing that you don't realize, that a lot of people don't realize, and I think that Phil Spencer does realize, and that's why he literally came out, I think it was today, where he said that they're not doing the traditional console war, as people put it, where it's, you know, consoles first and all that stuff. They're playing it's really the Game Pass game. It's Game Pass. I'm not getting Phil Spencer on my show. I'm a bad interviewer, and I mean, I probably could if I did my homework, but I'm not. I hear what he says, and he says the same thing wherever he goes. So I don't want to. He has a hard enough job trying to correct this ship, and he's done a pretty good job. I mean, you got to admit, when he took over, the dumpster fire was red hot, white hot, I would say, and I think he's done a good, if not great, job of turning the ship in the right direction. And even though at first I was against Game Pass, I was like, I hate Game Pass, physical all the way. Once you get in there, it's like, it's just like Netflix. It's like when Netflix first came out, it was all discs. I was like, yeah, we got the discs. Yeah, well, we don't need the streaming. We just got the disc. Then we got the streaming, and we still had the streaming and the disc. I was like, oh, this is all right, but we got the disc too. And then we cut the disc off. Never look back at the discs when we cut the discs off. Because even Netflix cut it off because they changed the name of the company. It's called Movie Renties or whatever I forgot what it's called. Opti says Game Pass is hot right now because it's $1 to convert your gold to Game Pass. I don't think I'll be renewing my Game Pass after the poor showing from Xbox as of late. No big exclusives for me to continue my Game Pass. You realize that every single game that was on that last show is going to be on Game Pass day one, right? You realize that, Opti. And also, I had another theory. I think that Xbox is gonna do a deal with CD Projekt Red, meaning they're gonna have Cyberpunk on Game Pass. Day one, maybe not, but maybe. Well, you know what? If it's coming out the 19th, maybe day one, maybe. Yeah. None of them looked any good, as opposed to what the play. So wait. You named Miles Morales, Deadloop, Godfall, Bugsnax, and Gran Turismo 7. Only one of those games were on the last Sony show, and that's Bugsnax. Everything else was not on that show. Oh, Godfall, too. Godfall was on there, but Godfall's hot garbage. Godfall is like, oh, it's too human with better graphics. I'm telling you, man. I won't continue Game Pass for $15 a month. Heck no. I mean... Well, you should have. Did you convert your gold to Game Pass? Because I did it, and I got 2 years. I got more than 2 years, so I don't have to pay until 2022. So boom. PS5 has one launch title that's better. Oh, okay. So you did. All right. So when does yours end, though? You know, and by the time it ends, you know, you might have something to look forward to. So. But I can't say 2021. Oh, cool. So you got a year and plus. So hopefully Halo will be out by then. Like, yay, Halo's here. Exactly. Halo Infinite might be out by then, but the game doesn't look promising. Yeah, right now it looks ugh. I'll play the free multiplayer on my Xbox One X. Yeah, I'll play the free. I'll see what the price, like if the Series X is $499, which would be ideal. $499, sure. $599, nah, son. If it's $599, not gonna get it. I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting. Sorry. I'll play Grounded for a year. Now I'll just play everything on my X, you know. until that's dusty and old, and I need to get a Series X, whatever. Bond says now Epic Games looking the most attractive 2 free games. Nah, 2 games, 2 free games a week. Epic Games is good if you're a game developer, because they give you pretty much a free engine if you don't make more than $1 million. So you make $900,000 and you get it all. It's all you. They don't take none of your monies. They don't take none of your royalties. Done. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. But yeah, I mean, Epic Games Store, as long as Fortnite and everything else that they put out is successful, Epic Games Store will be around. Remember, Steam took a while to jump off, and Game Pass been out for 2-3 years now. 2-3 years, or 2 years. Well, something like that. I think it's grown pretty fast. I mean, compared to like PS Now, which is like, was that 6 years, 7 years now? How long is that? That's been forever. And they don't even care. When's the last time you heard Sony talk about PS Now? They don't even care about their own stuff. They might as well just close that down. I'm curious to know what Sony's answer to Game Pass will be. They have it. They just don't know what to do. Here's the problem with Sony. And they said this. They said, and it feels like a little bit of arrogance. It feels like a little bit of whatever. They said that they don't want to devalue their first party game, their AAA games, by putting it on PS Now. And I'm like, so wait, by saying that, you're saying that PS Now isn't worth the bits that you push through it. You're saying that PS Now is so hot garbage that you don't want to put something like Spider-Man Miles Morales Day 1 on there. And I'm thinking about that, right? And I'm like, do they not know that subscription, ever since World of Warcraft, dude, Blizzard was making money like no other. Ridiculous, fist over fist over hand over fist with World of Warcraft with that $15 a month subscription. That was before Netflix. That was before anybody. Blizzard. And then Netflix came around and said, we could do that too. And then PS Now. They tried. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. They tried to do a rental service. They screwed up. And Game Pass did it right. Game Pass did it the right way. And I would say Apple Arcade is probably doing it the right way, except their games is just little cheapy, kind of not super dope phone games. So I was like, whatever. So, but they're still... Amazon Prime, yeah, it's a whole bunch of Disney Plus, whole bunch of subscription services that are doing it right. They're doing exclusive content that you can only get on their subscription. And Sony has it. It's there. They just refuse to put their bangers on there. If they put all of their first-party games day one, it's over. That's it. They won. But they don't want to do it because they're stupid. They're like, no, we don't want money. They don't see it as, Game Pass is not the new cash cow. It's not a new cash cow. It's the cash cow. It's what it would take over what gold was. But I think it is not new. But it is definitely... I mean, you got 10 plus million subs, right? And you can say, well, that's all the dollar conversions and not a lot of people paying 15. Some of them are paying 15 a month. Not me, not you, but still, Microsoft has the revenue, the money, the cash in their pockets to not worry about, we're not getting our subs right now. It's about the potential. If you're in the ecosystem and you're like, okay, this is dope, it's worth it. And even paying $15 a month is still worth it. Because I play Carrion. I'm playing Grounded right now. I played, what else I play? I played some other stuff. The Tourist. It's a lot of little games. But I played Gears 5. I played Forza 4. I played, what other games? I'm going to play Halo. If Cyberpunk is on there, I'll play that too. I'm going to buy the physical of that too. But We have no idea if they're even profiting from Game Pass. All we know, they can be taking a huge hit. For all we know, they could be taking a huge hit. Wait until all these when conversion subs expires. Oh, I'm sorry, I gotta go back to that. I think they should do is offer third-party games under whatever the Game Pass will be called, and offer a discount on Sony Studio games, like 50% off. You'll get to keep forever. 50% off? You out your mind? You crazy? Sony would never get 50. And what third party would agree to that? Because Sony has to pay them. And because what do you get on Game Pass? I think it's either 15 or 20% off of whatever you pay. So when you buy games and stuff and DLC, everything that you buy through Game Pass, you get a discount if you're signed up, which is dope. I like it. Cash cow means it's a cow you can milk continuously. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, I don't even know where the origin of cash cow is, but let's use another analogy. Just but it is true. It's a reoccurring revenue that, 10 million times, if you want to do the rough math, which I know it's not true, but 10 million times 15 is 100. Is that 150 million? Yeah, it's 150 million bucks a month. And it's more than that because they have more subs. But like I said, it's not because they're not all paying. It's not new third-party games over there. They're like the old third-party games on Game Pass right now. Wait, they don't have that? So I guess there's more problems with PS Now than I realize. Yeah, I mean, Microsoft is making deals with these third parties to put their games on Game Pass. So the last showing, they showed all those games. And I was like, okay, Halo was whatever. State of Decay 2 or 3. I was like, okay, just CG. I mean, Fable. Come on, son. There are games and Forza, of course. There are games that I am looking forward to on the Xbox side. I mean, they're years out, but still, I'll have Game Pass. I won't be playing them. And there are other smaller games that I'm like, okay, sure, But I mean, the thing that Phil has been saying is that we're not gonna force you to buy a console to play these games, the new stuff or whatever. And how much do you think the Series S will be? Series S will probably be $299. I'm gonna think it's gonna be $299 because a lot of the times you got to remember Microsoft likes to charge a lot of money for their hardware. Now that being said, they realize what position they're in as far as what they need to do to be successful as far as console launches and narrative, optics, rhetoric, and all that stuff. And so history dictates that Microsoft is willing to lose billions of dollars to succeed as far as hardware. That's what they lost. And the original Xbox, the original OG Xbox, they lost money on every single console. They made no money on that thing. They lost like $1 billion or $4 billion, whatever it was. It's a lot of money they lost on the original OG Xbox in order to just to have a seat at the grown-ups table of video game consoles. They lost all that money. So, and they still have a lot of money because, they got a lot of money. And Game Pass. It's like, if you look at Netflix, always people say it's the Netflix of gaming, and there's a reason why. Because the business model. Because Netflix, they say, oh, Netflix is in debt, billions of dollars in debt. It's like, yeah, but they also make, $500 million a month or something? Or maybe not that much. But they make they make more than $1 billion a year on just their subs. So they can go, well, that's their whole business. They can go and spend all this money on content so they can keep their subs. That's the cycle. That's the circle of life over there at Netflix. And it's the circle of life on Game Pass. It's the same thing. You know, they got all these studios. They bought all these studios. Why? Because they want to be like Sony? No. They need to feed Game Pass. And it's not gonna be like, oh, it's not gonna be like, oh, it's all gonna be a little triple B games and little small indie games. No, that's in there too, just like Netflix. There's a whole bunch of garbage, a whole bunch of. I mean, then there's anime. It's like, oh, that's and then there's Project whatever with the Jamie Foxx with the pill. I'm like, there's some good stuff. You know, the Old Guard. I haven't even seen that, but I heard it was okay. You know, Project Power. Thank you, Opti. There's a lot of good stuff, and even the smaller games, some are good. And Old Guard is greater than Project Power. Okay, I gotta watch both of them. So I'll watch Project Power first, and I'll watch Old Guard. Thank you. But like Grounded, right? I was supposed to actually play it tonight, but I can't get my Xbox screen to pop up. Excuse me. It's there, but it's not. Wait, is it plugged in? Hold on, let me see if it's plugged in. I know it plugged in. Yeah, it is plugged in. Wait, I gotta unplug it. Plug it again. Let's see if that works. Do 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 do. Nothing. But what was I thinking? Did it turn off? Yeah, I think it's turning off, or it's turning on. I don't know. Hope I didn't mess up, because it was updating, but it's been updating for forever. So. All right, so let's see if this works now. But you hear that boot ding? But anyway, the sub game, as far as these consoles go, is, I mean, Game Pass versus whatever Sony's gonna. I think they first they need to change up Game Pass. That Game Pass. They need to change up PS Now to make it better, and then they need to. I don't know why this is not working. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see if I can. There we go. There we go. There we go, baby. I don't know if this is actually. Let's just load this up. So, oh, I can move this over. Play a little bit of this. What time is it? 8:47. Oh no! What happened? I'm supposed to play, son. Now this is the OG Xbox, so don't get all blah blah about it. You know, I know it's high. Oh my gosh! Don't tell me it's updating. Let me see. God, it needs to update. Yes, updated. PUBG is updating. Come on, son. Where's this stupid thing? Update now. Anyway. There you go. I could play a little Carry On, I guess. Wow, it's yeah, not even on my thing. No. Is it? No, it's not on there. So Opti says, so my guess is Xbox Series S $349, PS5 digital $399, Xbox Series X $499, PS5 $499. I thought you had I do have an X. It's in my house with my 4K HDR yum. This is a 4K TV, but it's not HDR. And yeah, I got two Xboxes. Ori 2? I already finished that one. Where's Carry On? Hold up. 25. Oh, this is my other Xbox. I'm such an idiot. I'm like, oh, where's my? Duh. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm gonna wait then. I'm not gonna play anything until we can keep talking. I guess I totally forgot that. I keep thinking, because the way the Xbox is, like, I play Grounded inside, I play Grounded out here. Same thing. It just goes, it hits the cloud, it gets my save, and good to go. So I don't have to worry about saves. I'm currently playing Ori 2 on Game Pass on my PC at 144p, 144 hertz, 1440p. Excuse me. Don't need no Xbox Series X. Play it in 120. That's true. No, if you could play stuff on your PC, what do you got, a 1080 Ti? Yeah, if you got that, then you're good. Bond says, looking at just the new PC and Game Pass, Epic Games, Steam, and GOG. Oh, 1080 Ti. That's good. That's good. That's good for. I guess yeah, you could push that to 1440p. I wish I had a 1080 Ti. I have a freaking RX 480, which is literally it's RX 580, but just barely slower. So I have it overclocked to kind of stock RX 580, but I mean, there's a way to flash the BIOS on it, but I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, I crashed. I crossed 70. Whatchamacallit? 70. Whatchamacallit? 70. 70. Blah blah blah. Look, my hair in there. No, I don't have. Let me see. Oh, I gotta change everything. Because I didn't change Exclusies. Oh, there's Ori. That's the first. Oh, no, there's Ori too. That's the wrong one. Stupid. Oh, I don't have it installed. Is that? No, I don't have anything installed in there. Huh. What about 4? I have to have Forza 4 in there, right? Nope. I played that on the other one. Got nothing on here, man. Let's see. Where is it at? Why is PUBG? Okay, you know what? Stupid thing. Dude, I just freaking pause. Update now. Come on, son. What's wrong with you? How slow my internet is. I'm streaming too, so. But it updated. Look at this. This is not even. Come on, son. You can do it, Xbox. You can do it. I believe in you. One thing I will say. There we go. Woo, is that the UI? Ooh, crosscode. I know I don't have that downloaded. The UI on this Xbox, OG. This is the launch Xbox. It's so much faster. I mean, look, if I go to the store, let's see how long it takes. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000. 7 seconds. Not bad. I mean, whatever. I'm trying to fix it. There you go. Had to fix the little white stuff on the back. I still got stickers. What we got here? I don't care about the store. I want Game Pass. Come on, son. Let's see what's new in Game Pass. Since we're talking about Game Pass, so the Tourist I played, I haven't finished it. Final Fantasy VII, that's right. That one came out. I gotta get that. I don't play it on. Darkman, Man of Medan. I gotta play that one too. I tried to play Ark, and the UI in the menu broke my brain, and I stopped playing it. I was like, I can't do it. I started playing Arkham Knight on my X. I was like, that's pretty dope. I'm at like the last boss in a Plague Tale, and he keeps beating me with all them damn rats, and I'm like, I can't. And this, I'm stuck on one of the mid bosses. He's like the main boss, but you fight him early, and I can't. It's. Bond says I won't do FF7. I know I will have to make a new Square Enix account. Oh, word. Dr. Mario is out for mobile. They should probably just give up on that mobile stuff, man. I don't know what's up with Nintendo. Nintendo and mobile. Me. Alright, see. Alright, so I played Absolver. I played Ace Combat 7 a little bit. After Party, I'm in the middle of. I never finished that. I never played that. Played a little bit of Alan Wake. Alien Isolation, I played a little bit. Look, none of these games are downloaded. What's on my Xbox? What is on this freaking console? Honestly, I don't think... Oh, wait. It says Crosscode's on here. Let me see. Crosscode is alright. I ain't gonna lie. It's alright. But Game Pass... Okay, it needs to update. Never mind. Never mind, Xbox. No, cancel. Get out of here. All right, so that's 2%. That's a gig. That's gonna take 1,000 years because I'm at what does this say? No, I have to go here to see what the speed, because they show you the actual download speed. And here, see how fast that is? That's not. Wow, 600 kilobytes per second. Wow, kilobits. Excuse me. That's slow. That's 0.6 megabyte. Oh boy, this is gonna take 1,000 years. Whatever. I'll just play it on my X when I get inside again, because that it's updated over there. You heard about the 66 gigabyte Warzone update on Xbox X and less than 2 gigabyte on the PC and PS4. I wonder why that is. I heard about that. Yeah. Is that Bon says, wait, I'm looking at your Xbox, or that's yours. My Xbox. I don't know what you're looking at, Bonds. Maybe they had to update the whole game. I guess that's what makes sense to me, right? That you have to update they had to update the whole game for some reason, instead of just however they patched it on the PC and PS4. I'm not sure. Maybe they had to update the whole thing for something different associated with whatever, on the Xbox, and so they said, "Fuck it, let's do the whole thing," That'll take forever. I am determined to find a game to play here. I'm pretty sure I have whatchamacallit on it. Where's my Sega stuff? There's the Sega. Where is it? It's here. This has to be on here, because I know I played it. Sony. What? What are you talking about? I got that on. No, I bought that. Mark Cerny said update patches will be even smaller on the PS5. Mark Cerny has been known to lie. He has been known to lie. You know why I can't play stuff on here? Because I haven't played this particular console, besides Grounded, in almost close to 2 years. A year, something like that. That's a long time. Let me see something. This thing is... I don't want to do that. I wonder if pit people... that's probably it. Like it's been so long that I think everything needs an update. That's the problem. Q. Where is it? Way down here. Oh, it doesn't tell me what the size of it is. Whatever. Grounded. Oh, it's up to 3 megabits. Yeah, so I have 213 gigs free. And remember, this is the original Xbox, so it's a 500 gig Xbox. So I don't have anything on here, really. I mean, 26 games, which all of them need updates for the most part. Let's see if there's anything. Sunset Overdrive, maybe? Be surprised. Oh yeah, that one should work, because they haven't done an update, because the game's This was before Spider. Uh-oh. It looks like this one's broken. Keeps going on a loop. You saw that? It's not broken. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand that 66 gigabytes. I have no idea why that is, but it's weird, right? It's got to be. That's the whole game. It's basically it's Warzone, so it's the whole Warzone section of the game, I guess. I can't hear. Let me see if. Wait. There it is. It's pretty low in the background, so it's gonna. The thing I hate about Sunset Overdrive was the music. So that's the one thing. If it had like hip hop on there or some some drum and bass, I'd be like, yeah, boy. It'd be so much better. But it was like, So before Spider-Man, there was Sunset Overdrive. And the thing is, I played Sunset Overdrive. I played it again on my X, and it's like the same. They didn't do anything graphically to update it or anything. Yeah, so And this was before Sony bought Insomniac, so I was like, whatever. Yeah, that's my girl. I had her looking like Spider-Man at one point. Where the hell am I? Wait, what was that? I totally forgot how to play this game. No, that's the shooting. I gotta get up. Gotta get up off of this. So I guess X is grind. Yeah, there we go. Whatever she said. Look at that! It's Spider-Man, man. Just like it, sucker. This should have been like the whatchamacallit from how do I go I can't remember how to do anything in this game. Oh, there it is. It's my boost. This should have been the whatchamacallit from the game. I can't remember what the game's called. Jet Set Radio. But it wasn't. It felt like it was, but it wasn't. Where'd that guy go? What's up, y'all? Do 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 do. Wee-hoo. Look, just like Spider-Man. Anyway, so if this fool want to kill me. One thing about this game is it's just like, I mean, first of all, it's an apocalyptic game, which is whatever. It's funny. The writing is pretty funny, and you're not really supposed to kind of stay in one spot and just shoot. That's not how this game works. So this is not how you're supposed to play it. I mean, you can play it however you want to, but it's really about grinding. I don't see nothing wrong. It's about grinding. Look, where's how do you do that? There it is. See, doesn't that look like Spider-Man? Uh-huh. Look just like Spider-Man. Look at that. Can't stop it now. Anyway, I got nothing to do in this game because I finished it already. Ooh, there's a guy. He's gonna. I want to go on the ship. Oh wait, that's one of my bases, I think. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, that's one of my bases. I don't remember how to get it. There you go. Well, that sounded like Samuel L. Jackson, didn't it? But anyway, sorry. Can you hear me? You can hear me, right? I think you can. But I don't need that. I like doing the upgrades for the stuff to wear, but other than that, it's just like this. It's not a lot to this game, and it's beautifully made. Like I said, they make good games, but it was alright. I think the bosses were the best part. The last boss was pretty dope. You know, open world. Look at that. The whole world is open. But it's like, how do I get across? You know, you just got to grind everywhere. Not similar to Spider-Man. That's not quite right. And you can bounce off for anything. Pretty much. But yeah, it's pretty much. But Game Pass, like I was saying before, it's dope. I think I'm gonna switch my weapons. What do I got now? Oh, I'm gonna go there. But anyway, waiting for Grounded. Playing this goofy ass game. Wonder if I walk. Okay. I was like, I wonder if I walk slow, will they see me? Yeah, that's where I want to go. I wanted to go on a roller coaster. That's what I wanted to do. That's like one of the better places to go here. Just roller coaster. That's it. Just ride around, do nothing. Whoa. There you go. But anyway, back to topics, which is, you know, see, you got me. Mother flowers. Wasn't paying attention. Where is fool? Who's shooting at me? I totally forgot how to run. That fool. Anyway, the Game Pass is just, I don't know, man. So you got exclusive versus Game Pass, right? So what do? I mean, Miles Morales, you pay for 5 hours, you're good. But then what else you got? You got a few games, but historically speaking, console launches suck when it comes to games, first party or third party. You know? Well, first party in particular. But, yeah, so, and Miles Morales is a stopgap. I don't really think I wouldn't consider it a full-fledged AAA. It's a DLC that they are forcing you to buy and play on the PlayStation. I'm like, well, why? There you go. That little flower. I think that's it. It should have been the last one. Anyway. But yeah. Tell that to Nintendo about first party. Well, that's the thing. They came out with Breath of the Wild, which was actually a Wii U game that they ported up. But that game was good. And it was a full game. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to give you a DLC 5 hours like the Lost Legacy. It's like, nah, this is a brand new Zelda. Just because it's on the old Wii U. But at the same time, it's on the Switch, baby. So that's a little different, you know? You know, I give Nintendo props in that respect. They're like, yo. Wee. So I'm going to do this until whatchamacallit is downloaded. Until whatchamacallit is downloaded. Grounded. Hopefully no monsters will come and knock me off. Knock me off of my ride. Go faster, go faster. Go faster, baby. I wish it was just automatic fastness instead of having to press the thing. But, well, oh well. You know, that happens. But, and it just feels like how Sony's approaching it. I understand it because that's how it's always been done. It's like the same strategy, how it's always been. But it doesn't feel right now. Not because Microsoft is doing all these other things. I mean, it doesn't help them. It doesn't help Sony that that's the case. If Spider-Man Miles Morales was straight up brand new from the ground up for PlayStation 5, totally different story. We're not that's not what I'm talking about. What Miles Morales is literally it's an upgraded PS4 Spider-Man engine, you know? And it's not a full game. I mean, they're saying, oh, it's a full arc. It's like, nah. Now, if you're going to say this game is like the Lost Legacy, then I'm like, well, that was good, yes. I'm not saying Lost Legacy was bad. And I'm not saying Spider-Man Miles Morales is gonna be bad, but that was an add-on. That was DLC. That wasn't like a full boom game, and that's the problem. You know, and they're forcing you to get it. There's no reason, zero reason why Miles Morales shouldn't, can't play on the PlayStation 4. The only reason is they're not allowing it because they want you to buy a PlayStation 5, and that's why it sucks. You know what I'm saying? That's why it sucks. Especially now. 30 million people lost their jobs. We're in the apocalypse. The economy's shit. And Sony's playing games like this, yo. I'm like, yo, y'all know that a lot of 30 million people that could have bought and played Miles Morales probably won't because they can't afford to buy PS5. So I'm like, I guess you're losing 30 million potential customers because y'all are forcing people to buy a freaking console to play this game. That's what it doesn't make sense. I'm like, you want people to play a game or you want to just sell consoles? And that's the problem. Sony's too focused on selling console units and not focused on getting a whole bunch of people playing your games for a long ass time. And that's what people want. Like I said, going back to the WoW analogy, a WoW comparison, that's what WoW was. WoW was all these millions of people, 10 million people at a point. I think it was 15 million people at one point, or maybe more, whatever, paying $15 a month. They didn't care about, oh, we want to sell our special Blizzard box, or we want to sell physical copies every month. We're going to make an expansion. I mean, they sold those too, but it was about that sub, man. It was about that sub, like getting the millions and millions of subs every month. And Sony's missing out on that whole thing right there. They got 2 million maybe, 2 something, 2.2. They're way behind. If you want to be like, oh, compare numbers, they lost. Game Pass versus PS Now, they lost. I don't know how they can come back. You know how they can come back, but they won't do it. So it's like, okay. I'm sorry. Bond said, obviously Spider-Man is way better than this game. Yes, of course it is. Of course it is. But I mean, you can look at this game, Sunset Overdrive, and you can see the DNA of Spider-Man. And this isn't an ugly game. It's a pretty good game. I think it might be 900p maybe. I don't remember what the resolution is on this game, but you can see the DNA. You can see, oh yeah, open world. Some of the movement, like the side when you're running along the building, is pretty much the same animation as Spider-Man. So it's pretty dope. I mean, they cut their teeth on this game as far as open. This is their first open world game with Sunset Overdrive. So they learned on this game and took their knowledge over to PlayStation and did a cool game. Brand new ground up like Halo Infinite. Yeah, no, because Spider-Man has a format. It's an open world superhero game, right? I mean, yes, they're making additions to the engine. They're improving the engine to be on the next generation of console. I understand that. They're not going to build a whole new engine for it. But they're basically, what they're doing is using the same map, basically, and just, it's Christmas time now. Snow and Christmas lights. Yay! And that's about it. I mean, maybe they have a few different places. Like, did they expand the map or anything? Can you go into, is it just the city, right? It's just Manhattan? You can't go into, like, Brooklyn and Queens and stuff? Can you go to Staten Island? Can you go to the Bronx? But I think Miles lives in the Bronx, right? I don't even remember. And that's the thing. If they expand the map, okay, then that's different. If well, it's still a shorter game, and I think that's my main problem is that the fact that it's a shorter game. And if they don't expand the map, other than that, you know, it can play on the PlayStation 4. They're just forcing you, and that's wrong. It's just wrong. No load times. There's load times. They're just hitting really well. The load times are Ratchet and Clank. I already did a video. Not a video, but I did it on stream. I explained where they were, and I counted them out. They were 3 second, and 5 or 6 seconds on one of them. And also, on that Astrobot land thing that there was a 7-second load time in that game. For Astrobot. Astrobot. We're not talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about Astrobot. 7-second load time. Come on, son. What are we doing here? I thought this was no load times. 7 seconds is a load time. You know, you can say reduced, you can say really fast, but you can't say no load times because there is load times. Stop playing. The pop in, the no pop ins like Halo Infinite. Yeah, that was the pop ins on Halo Infinite on that demo was just like, it was bad. It was bad because the game wasn't ready. You know, that's not gonna be in the final. Like, look at this game. You know, there's no pop in this game. This game is just, they know how to make games. You know, Insomniac is one of the best, I would say. I would say their games are more fun than Naughty Dog games, honestly. But they're different type of games. DualSense controller is gonna bring web slinging into a whole new. I don't know about that. I don't know. There's a lot of gimmicks. Sony's been known to throw gimmicks on their controllers. I mean, just look at, the 6-axis. 6-axis. You don't need Rumble. Rumble's last gen. Remember that, Bozet? Remember that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're full of shite. So I never believe anything Sony says when it comes to their controllers because they're full of shite. They've been full of shite, still full of shite. Like, oh, haptic feedback. I'm like, y'all know that haptic feedback is just little mini rumble control. You know that's just little mini rumble motors. You know that, right? Right, Pace? You know that's what that is, right? Act like, oh, haptic feedback is something. No, it's not really new. It's the same thing, except you could put more of them in there because they're so small. You put them on they're on the circuit board. They're not like separate motors with wires. Gimmicks like the Xbox Kinect. Yeah. The Kinect was a horrible idea. It's good technology. I have it right here. I have it set up. I'll show you. Where's my Kinect camera? Right here. Here's my Kinect camera. Here's my Kinect camera. Hi, Kinect camera. That's when I'm doing music, I go bleep, bloop, 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 bloop. So yeah, that's my Kinect camera. And I was going to do motion tracking with it, so that's why I plugged it in with my computer. So it's good for something, I guess. Eventually, I have a use for it. Oh shoot! Look at that drone. Cool. Anyway, but yeah, it's look. It comes down to a few things. It comes down to exclusives, right? So you got Spider-Man. I'm not saying Spider-Man's bad, but I'm saying the way that Sony is handling Spider-Man Miles Morales, forcing it upon the PlayStation 5 when you know damn well is not a PlayStation 5 caliber game where it's like, oh, this can't be done on PlayStation 4. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. So they're doing that arbitrarily to try to sell consoles. And like I said before, we're in a pandemic. 30 million people lost their jobs. Potentially 30 million people won't be playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's 30 million. Let's just take a fraction of that. Let's take 1%, which is, it's 1% of 30 million. So that's not 3 million, is it? No, that's not how it goes. That's 10%, right? I don't remember. Let's just say 3 million out of the 30 million would have played Spider-Man Miles Morales if it was on PlayStation 4. That's already good. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they had it on PlayStation, let's just say if it was part of PlayStation Now, and people would be playing it, or they would sign up for PlayStation Now because it's cheaper than buying a $500 console. See, it's almost like Sony doesn't believe that people didn't lose their jobs or there's no pandemic going on. It's like, yo, I understand, console wars and the market and stuff, but you also have to understand the situation that the world is in right now. Economically speaking, it's better to have value in terms of, you look at it face value and you say, Game Pass is the best value. I've heard this so many times, and it's not just me. It's like, Game Pass is the best value in gaming. I'm like, and it's not like something, that's not like a slogan that Microsoft or Xbox made up. That's just what people are saying. It's not like, greatness awaits. No. People are just saying Xbox Game Pass or Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. That's what they're saying. Whatever. And so, with that being said, with that being the situation, Game Pass being the best deal in gaming, if you lost your job, or say if you did what we did, Opti, we got Game Pass, you have it for another year, I have it for another 2 years. we're good. We can still be like, okay, well, I don't have a job. Luckily, I have a place to stay, but I can still play games. And so I don't feel so bad. I'm not as depressed because I can lose myself in playing these games that are on Game Pass. Instead of being like, I don't have a job, so I can't get anything new. I can't get an Xbox. I can't get the new I can't get the new PlayStation 5. I'm done. I'm playing Game Pass. If they have Game Pass. If Sony offered the same thing, many more people would be there. They would be there. They would be playing Sony games on PlayStation now if they offered the same. It doesn't. It's like they're leaving money on the table. That's what they're doing. And I understand the sentiment of we don't want to devalue our AAA games coming from a certain type of person. Like, it's like, oh, these games are too good for this cheap low rent service. And I'm like, that's not, I mean, if you want to posit it that way and consider Game Pass or Netflix or any of these other things, hot garbage and not worth it, okay, but in the long run, you're looking at numbers, right? You're looking at people engaged. You're looking at people playing or watching Netflix as opposed to going to the movies. Right now, people can't go to the movies because the movies are shut down, right? What are they doing? They're playing Netflix. And that's similar to, oh, I don't have a job, so I can't buy a PS5, but I got Game Pass, so I'm going to play those games until I can afford to either get another Xbox or maybe I'll get a PlayStation 5. So it fills a void, especially now, but it fills a void regardless in the market. And Sony missed the boat because their offering wasn't compelling enough. They were there first and they blew it. They were there first and it was horrible at first. It wasn't even close to what it is now. It's way better than it is now, but it's still not even close to what Xbox Game Pass is. And bottom line, that's what it is. And so if you want to look at console wars, Xbox is winning the not games as a service, but the service side of the console wars, meaning the actual performance of Xbox Live versus PSN is better. Download speeds are better on Xbox. Not on mine because I have a very slow internet speed. But if you have a fast internet speed and it's super fast on the Xbox. I mean, it's pretty fast on mine, but like I said, I'm in the ghetto. If I had fiber, forget about it. I'd be playing Grounded already. But the PlayStation, they're lacking in that, and they were there first, like I said. So it's really them. They're holding themselves back. It's like the money's on the table. If you follow the lead, if you look at, not even following Xbox, if you say, okay, Netflix does this, they put compelling content on their streaming / subscription service, and people will subscribe. It's that simple. And they're not doing it because of some reason, because, it's the ghetto and we want to put our game, we don't want to devalue our games. And I'm like, are you serious? Dude, if I had an opportunity, if our game Grashers, which is coming out next year sometime, if Microsoft said, yo, we want to put it on Game Pass, and I'd be like, yo, Rafa, yes. Yo, Brian, yes. Those are the other team members. There's other ones, but whatever. But it's like they're gonna give us money. They're gonna quote unquote not buy it, but they're gonna, buy the license for a certain amount of time, rent it if you will, for it to be on Game Pass. They're gonna give us money for that, and I guess you get a lump sum plus however many downloads, or maybe you get a points per download. I don't actually know how it works, but anyway, is money as opposed to, I'm gonna put it on Steam and hopefully somebody buys it. You know what I mean? Like on Game Pass, you're guaranteed a little bit of something. As for indie games, it's like, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to bring. I was gonna bring it up, but the engine that we're using on our game is like, we'd have to port it, and we're not even there yet. We're not even close to being there yet. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Maybe they have a porting team in house at Xbox and they can port it themselves. Or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they probably do, but I don't know if they're down to do that type of stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna continue doing music. I wrote so far. I have 3 songs written as far as lyrics. Well, actually 4 written lyric songs written. I have over 30 actual tracks on the song on the game itself, but I'm writing all the boss tracks now. So, and they all have lyrics. So each boss is unique. So however many bosses, I think Brian said there was at least 12, I think. So I got to write 12 tracks. But luckily they're not all created yet, so it's like, we're slowly putting them together as far as what they are, what their powers are, what their move set is. So I have time to he'll be like, oh, here's a new boss concept. All right, cool, and I'll take that concept and I'll write a song to it, basically. And the way I'm writing it is basically each boss is like arrogant. So they're like, man, who's this little guy trying to beat me? I'm the boss, basically. And then they like, they diss him and they talk shit about your character who's trying to fight the boss. And it's from the perspective of the actual boss monster. So it's kind of it's more fun to write it that way because you can give each song and boss its own personality, basically. And so that's what I've been doing. And it's good practice. We're talking about practice. It's good practice, but it's also fun to kind of vary each just call it Rail City. I know, right? I should I got an idea. So what I should do is I'm going to take this footage. I should have this footage loop, basically. I can see if I can loop one full course around, and then I can put my music to it and just have it play on have it like a video. Yeah, that's a good idea. Although they'll probably, well, I mean, Xbox will take credit for something, or maybe, I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll try it out and see what happens. Xbox will copyright strike. I won't have any of the sounds though. Oh, well, I can have the sounds. I'll probably just turn the music off. No, actually, I'll have no sounds. It'll just be my music. Yeah, that'll work. Let me see if that works. Hold on. Let's go to the next track. It's not playing. Is it playing? Oh, probably it's playing. Sorry about that. That's loud. Pretty dope. Yeah, that works better. I like that. I'll turn that down a little bit. So now we can hear the music. And Tony Hawk looking at this game like, am I a joke? To you? Am I amusing to you? Huh? Look at him. Like Joe Pesci up in here. That's dope. I can turn it around so we can see. Oh, we can't see her face because she's facing the other way. See other stuff. Oh, it always kind of goes back to the back. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so I can maybe do this, huh? That seems like a cool little video project type of thing. It's kind of. I wish there was a day and night cycle in this game. That's one thing why this game and Spider-Man as well are so cool, is that there's no day-night cycles. It's all static. Whatchamacallits. Wait, yeah, no. Spider-Man doesn't have day-night cycles, but Horizon Zero Dawn does, I believe. Pretty sure it does. Jet Set Radio, sit down, you little punks. I don't remember. SS Tricky, hold your horses. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, SS Tricky. I didn't really play SS Tricky that much. I think I played a version of it, SSX. I didn't play SS Tricky, but SSX I think on 360. I played that one. And I played Jet Grind Radio because Jet Set. They changed the name for the Xbox. So. And I think it was Future. Was it Future? Jet Grind Radio Future? I think it was. Or it was just Jet Grind Radio. Well, it doesn't matter, but it's pretty dope. But yeah, I like I don't know, man. I'm just glad I got my Xbox up in here so that I can actually play. Even though it's the OG Xbox, it was collecting dust for a year and a half. So I'm like, yo, let me get it going so I can play this joint. I can play this junk. All right, so let's see if whatchamacallit is. Nope, it's not there yet. 64%. So I'm not gonna be playing it tonight. But I should have updated it before. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Like, I didn't think about the update. Actually, I think I need to turn. No, I can't do it. God darn it. Because I'm on the. I think I'm on the alpha or the beta. I think I might be on the beta ring. I'm on one of the rings where you get the updates early, and so I get a lot of console updates more often than the regular consumer would. So that's what I had to do before I had to update the console, then I had to update the game. But the game update was because it was there. It was whatchamacallit. Wait, can you hear the actual sliding as well? That's my question. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I guess that's it. I mean, it's 9:30. Got nothing else. Got nothing. Why is the stream so blurry? Because it might be. Let me see. Hold on. No, my upload is cool. That's cool too. I don't know. I'm like triple, double, triple. Let me see something here. Oh, cool. Yeah, it is mad blurry. I don't have any drop frames. And my KBS is, I have it set at, I think, 1700. No, I think I have it set at 2000. But it's going out above 2000. Because I have a sucky internet. I have sucky upload. So, but that has to be YouTube. I'm looking at it. It's like super pixel. It's like freaking, was it like 360p? It is 360p. Hold up. Put it up 480p. Up the resolution on your settings. Let's do 720. Let me see what that looks like. No, it's still a little fuzzy. Huh. Let me see. 1080p. Let's see what we got. Because I'm streaming it in 1080p. Nah, that's YouTube. That's YouTube, son. That's not me. Nah, that's YouTube. Because like I said, I'm streaming at 1080p. And I'm looking at it right. Look at it. Let me see if I can bring it. Oh, no, it's not going to show it. Yeah, no, it's not going to show it, but yeah, that shit is garbage. That shit is garbage. Yeah, that's bad. Why is this so crunchy, man? That's bad. It looks like a Genesis game. Imagine if Genesis games or Super Nintendo games look like that. Like, you look at all the pixelation, like, wow, look at those graphics. No, it looks like an N64 game. If they were good. I'm on Twitch, blurry as hell. Oh, word? Oh. So that must be restreamed now. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me see. No, it's here. Oh, it's here. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me see, because I'm going through Restream. So if Restream is screwing up the thing, then that's why. I might have to just probably just do Twitch or something. I don't know. Then. If Live Studio. Thank you for letting me know about this. If Restream is screwing up, then I might have to do something else, man. Cause I can't. I mean, that's just at 360p, son. That's mad crunchy. It's like a combination, though. You can see like the resolution is super low, but then you see how the YouTube algorithm does it does where it doesn't move like the boxes and the pixels and stuff depending on the colors. So the blockiness, basically. Why is this not working? I can't. Nothing's loading. Okay, I think that means I should stop. It means I should go inside. Yeah, look at. Yeah. Huh, that's got to be Restream. I can't even load up their site. What's going on here? So that's that. What's this? Destinations. Live Studio. Usually you can watch the feed. Maybe it's settings. Go to settings or something. Scheduler. I'm gonna go there. Okay, that's the scheduler. This is more. Let's see what they got here. Let's see what they got here. I wish the camera wouldn't reset. Maybe I need a robot. Dude, that's the scheduler. This is the analytics. This is the live studio. Nothing's working. You got me working day and night. Where's the sun? There's the sun. Yeah, it's not working. Come on. Huh. Yeah, it's something with Restream. I mean, I'm glad it's working at all. Huh. So should I just do Twitch? I guess I should just do Twitch. Because I could just stream straight to Twitch. But I like the Restream because it goes to Twitch, it goes to YouTube, and it goes to Facebook. Well, it did go to Facebook when it was working. But I guess if it has to stream out so many, then it's gonna suck, right? Yeah, this thing, maybe it's... Let me do this again. Excuse me. What's today, Sunday? Yeah. Yeah, it's there. It must be their servers. It must be super slam because it's like loading and loading and loading. I just uploaded it. I mean, I just re-up and let me see if I can pull it on Google. Cause I got Google and Edge open, baby. I don't know if I can. Is it gonna let me? It's probably not going to. I'm already freaking apart. Can I just log in? Let me log in, biatch. Standard. How about free? What is this? Huh? They charging now? Shoot. Wait a second. If they're charging, that's probably why it sucks, right? Yeah, this says $20 a month. But I got the free. I got the free. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I hit the try restream. Try to freaking. Let's sign up for free login, fool. Jesus. We'll see. We will see. We will see. Anyway. Hey, login full. What happened? This ain't working. What does this say? This ain't working. Login, biatch. There you go. Alright, so... Okay, there we go. So, yeah, Spider-Man. Let's see if this thing is still... Yep, 82. Alright, so you know what? I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna hang out, and I'm gonna see if we can, I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit of grounded in. It's gonna suck on this Xbox because it's like 30 frames, and it's, ugh. But I did start playing it in third person, which is good. Yeah, this is not working either. The live studio doesn't work. I'll be honest. The Restream.io site has always been kind of, because I'd be like, oh, let me go and change the title for all my streams, right? And I do it, and then it's like, oh, it's a different. You know, it's like on the top, there's the freaking. On the top, there's the video playing. Like sometimes it's different. I'm like, why is it different on whatever? Yeah, it's not working on here either. So it has to be something on their end, on their servers. Cause yeah, no, I'm not getting nothing. I'm not getting nothing, which is not proper English. It's not proper English, mate. All right. Are we tired of this yet? Look at her booty. Look, her booty's right there. Look, she's got really soggy pants. Yeah, what? Oh, she was right close. Oh, look at that. She's not even touching her rails. Playing with the boys. What song? Oh, the music stopped playing too. There we go. So wait, there's an oil rig. Where's the oil rig? That was the DLC. I'm gonna find it. It's out there somewhere. I always try to get to the... There it is. It's over there. That was the DLC. I'm gonna go over there. Wall. And this is why we can't have nice things. Actually, that's not where it is. Where is it? Oh, that's not it. Hold up. I thought that is the oil rig. Huh? Hold up. My brain. That is the oil rig. So why can't I go to the oil rig? Hold up. That's not right. It has to be the oil rig. I just have to take like a boat or something over there. That'd be stupid. Yeah, no, I could. I swear I could go. You see that stuff over there? You be bounce, and you go over there. Why can't I go to the? Oh, you know why? I think it's a specific mission. That's why I think it's. Yeah, stupid. Woo! Look at that, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, judge whatever, but the Spider-Man. Still, oh, the wall's gonna close in on me. Yep, there you go. Huh? That's weird. saw her. She lost her hair for a second. Losing her hair. There. I found a bug. Well, besides that hair bug, where she go over there. Sorry. Where you can get inside of the map in the buildings and go, and underneath the whole island is all water. So I'll swim in and you can look up and see all that. It's pretty wild. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go back to the land there. Anyway, we should be good for a little bit. Well, not for a little bit. I mean, we should be getting to the. Oh, this is another part where you gotta kill actual people, which is not good. It's super bloody too. I was like, oh, okay, this game is crazy. Oh man, my health is really. I'm gonna die soon. I don't care. As you can tell, I don't care. Oops, I missed. Whoa, it is a big guy. Later, sucker. Later, sucker. Uh-oh. It's like, later, sucker. Oh. Gonna run away. There we go. Do. There's another one. He's a dumpster or something. Anyway, let's see. 85. Wow. Like went up 2%. Yeah, there's a whatchamacallit in there's the last boss in this game. The best part about this game are the boss monsters. So the last boss is a building. You fight a building. And it's pretty funny. Uh-oh. Better run. But the mobility in this game is crazy. It's bonkers. Bonkers. Bounce. Ooh. There's so many little kind of things. What is that? Oh. But yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. Why is it so crunchy? Gosh darn it, Twitch. I mean, restream. Whatever. Restream. I think it's restream. I blame restream. Does the sound bad too, or is it just the video? I guess I'm not gonna hang around this mother flower. I should have went the other way. So much more to see. Sunset over Dreevy. Hi guys. See you later. Oh great. I'm getting all these awards I don't care about. I mean, you can see the DNA, but how much is that? $8.49 a gallon? That's a lot of money. What's that? Oh, but if you look at the little details, right? Like, well, not her face, or not the clipping through the sparkles, clipping sparkles. But like, look at that. That's a flat texture. These are all flat textures on there. You know, it's all flat geometry, simple geometry. But you know, whatever. You look at this, you see the polygons. But it's an open world game, so you figure you can see all that stuff, you know. Anyway, whatchamacallit's taking too long. 87%, yeah, and we're not playing it tonight. So anyway, it's over. Be doo boo doo boo. Alright. Move that over there, and we go. I should have her die. She's gonna die. I'm gonna let her die. But I want her to die, and nobody's gonna kill her. Where's everybody? Hey, the fan doesn't even blow up their hair. What kind of whack ass physics is that? Missed them. Too far. So the building, oh, it's right there. That's the headquarters. You go blow up the headquarters, right? And then you go to the it's like the center bay or whatever. Wait, actually, I could probably find it. Let me see if I can find it. It is right there. There it is. So it's to this way. Let's go find it. I'll show you where the last boss is. He should still be in the bay, or wait, that's not right. That doesn't look right. Hold on. Oh yeah, I guess that is right. No, that's not right. I don't think that's right. Yeah, no, this is not right. That's not the right spot. That's the other island. It is. Oh, that's where the freaking rig is. Wasn't I over there? I was over there. I don't know, man. Alright, so I don't know, I think it's over here then. Huh, wait. Or is it over here? Might be here. I don't remember where the freaking last. I thought it ended up in the map somewhere. I guess I was wrong. Alright, well, let's look for it. Yeah, because that's stupid. That's that little dumb island. That's what that is. Yeah. So I'm gonna go up this way. I think it might be in there somewhere. So north. Wait, is that the way? Yeah, that way. I totally forgot how to run in this game. Wait. Ah, come on, man. Go on here. Whoop. Oh my gosh. Get your white on. Alright. So let me see. Find it. I'm gonna find it. Let me shoot this little flower. And I missed him. Alright, so it's not there. Alright, so wait a second. It might be there. It might be in here. So I'm headed that way anyway, so let's just ride. Could have swore it was like in a bay or something. Okay, that's where the track ends. That's not right. Hold up. I'm confused. Whoa! Give me that health. Okay, there's the bridge. Come on, guys. I don't want to fight. I just want to find the boss. I don't think it's over here. It has to be closer to the actual... Right? Oh, wait. Is it right here? I don't think it's there. It might be. Oh, I missed that. There you go. No, it's not there. Get up there. There it is. There it is. Son of a bastard. I knew it. Whee. Boing, oing, oing. Whee. So yeah, that's the last boss right there. Get up there. Get up there, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Okay, maybe not. Oops. See if I can. I stood on it for like 2 seconds. Alright, so that's what I'll do. Wow. But anyway, so that's the last boss. He's a building. It's a Fuzco building, and yeah, you just you fight him. You go around and you shoot. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, this is where he ended up. This is where he ends up, and that's where you defeat him, and it's pretty cool. And it's cool that he's still there. Although there's nothing really to do in the game anymore. There's just nothing. So, whatever. 90%. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm out. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. Opti, Bonds, appreciate it. Kajudo, appreciate it. Oh, I didn't even open up Ball Games chat. That's okay. But yeah, that's about it-o, kiddo. There I am. I guess I could pull in Xbox too, just have it like small or something. Maybe I'll do that. Add in video capture. Existing Xbox. Watch everything break. There it goes. Everything broke. There you go. But yeah, that's it. I got no more. I'm out of juice. I'm out of gas. 3 hours later. If I was playing Grounded, then yeah, there's a lot of jaggies. If I was playing Grounded, then it would be way better. Let me see. Wait, let me bring it over here. Then it's double, triple. Yay! Let me see. It's real clear there, but in the stream is bad. Yeah, I know. So it's something with Restream. If they don't fix this stuff, then I'll probably just do Twitch alone. Or maybe I'll open up Twitch and open up Facebook and do different streams. I have so many cameras, I can use 2 cameras at once. It doesn't matter. I'll figure something out to have better quality. But appreciate you hanging out, Bonds, Opti, Pace, everybody on the All Game side. Okay, Judo, like I said before. I'll be back during the week, probably tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta see. I'm gonna work on some stuff, and I gotta finish writing the song and stuff. So, but yeah, that's it. I got no more. I got no more. I'm out. Tilt the weight.